Hey everybody, welcome to the second part of this tutorial. Once you've exported your file as a Photoshop document, all you need to do is just drag the file onto the main screen, and all the parts will just assemble just like this easily, just like right here. They're all square art meshes, but I'm guessing I'm skipping a few steps. But essentially, once you drag it in, it should just assemble itself like this, and it's all easy as hell. This, I don't really need that, but anyway. So today we're going to learn about art meshes. In the official tutorial, they probably should have showed you it. It's just as simple. Essentially, you just click on the edit mesh manually, and you just make your own thing. Just adjust all these vertices. You don't want to make it too dense, but at the same time, just enough so that way I like to think of it like, I guess, a 2D projection of like a 3D object, I guess I would say. This might be a bit too dense, but look at that. Essentially, if you drag it out like that, you know, the texture just sort of molds as if, like, you can take a look at it if it's a pyramid, I guess. The only thing I could say about all this is just have fun, I guess. The only thing you can really do is just experiment a little and just have fun, mess around with it so you gain like a better grasp of how it works, I guess. After this, adjust the density of the thing, I guess. There really isn't much to say other than just have fun trying to make the meshes. I'm not sure how I describe the technique. Make sure the meshes are like, you know, they can turn and move the way you want it to. All the vertices will, you know, you can also just use the computer to auto-generate the mesh for you for a particular thing. And you can edit that too to give it, I guess, some extra thickness, I guess. The head, I think, will probably be fine if I give it like a standard deformation, but Just some gentle editing, I guess. Not sure what else to say. Again, you just gotta do this for every part, and not gonna lie, it's a bit tedious. Very, very tedious. But generally, I found that the computer doesn't do some of the editing as well as you'd think it does. There's a thunderstorm looming while I'm making this video. Hopefully I can get it done and recorded before the power goes out. If the power goes out, anyway. And let's see how the bends. Not well, I'd say. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use like you don't really want to have too many polygons, but just enough so that way the movement is nice and smooth. Well, actually, literally no one's gonna notice now that I think about it. Information heavy is good enough. It might look weird, but it's gonna be alright. The hair, I'm probably gonna do a heavy rig for all of this. You can test out the vertices. And the computer does a really fantastic job at most of them, I guess. Well, it doesn't do it for all of it. And also, this is what I mean by you can like edit the art mesh yourself if you wanted to. I'm gonna be lazy and just like use the entire computer to do the mesh work for me, but generally the smart thing to do is like do everything yourself. Uh-oh. One of the eyebrows, well, that's just great. I'm gonna need to find out what's wrong and then edit my original model to see which layer has like, oh, it's eyebrow L. That explains a lot. Well, anyways, I'm gonna save this. And I'm gonna edit my original file again, just to make sure that everything's right and dandy again. And it is now fixed. I need to essentially redo this. But of course I can just have the computer do it for me. It is a bit crap at it. It cuts off a little. Our mesh still stays the same even though stuff has changed. And that's essentially all of the art mesh. Now, I can go into detail and do all sorts of stuff, but everything's the way it is. It's a rather easy process, but it's just tedious, hence why I just skipped all over it. But it's worth trying to add more detail into certain parts. It's tedious process, again. A really, really tedious process. So. And the computer doesn't really, like, know how to rig everything. It just assumes that there's like an outline out there and everything else inside. No special meshes or whatever. So it takes a bit of careful, well, not careful, just a bit tedious rigging. Well, I should probably also mention how to use the controls. It's just the same as any other art program. You use the middle mouse to sort of, you hold the middle mouse button down, you can just drag around the screen. I probably should have mentioned that at the very start, but I've kind of just assumed that maybe you've looked at the official tutorial and just, you know, need like to see how someone who's already made a model would make theirs, in order to like get some grasp of like how everything works. And you generally want triangle polygons for your meshes. I am not a good mesh maker, just FYI. You guys are better off learning it from like someone who actually knows what they're doing. I do not. And yeah, it's a really simple process. Just incredibly tedious as time goes on. And because this is a short video, I guess there really isn't much else I could really say. There's a way to like oh shit. Well, I'm probably gonna have to cut this video short. I was gonna show you guys. Well, I can show you before like the thunderstorm wipes out the power. Essentially, there's a clipping mask ID, right? And you can, and there's these IDs right here. And if you do the eye whites, if you take the ID from here, this is the trick I wanted to show you. Animation, yep. And now if you move it down, if I can grab this, it clips down, and that's how, you know, that works. So let's do it with the other one real quick before my power gets wiped out. Save it. I like to delete those images, yes. And yeah, that's it. And now I gotta close all the windows to my house and all that before everything gets super wet. Thank you all so much for watching. Next part, we are probably gonna screw around with deformers and the like, so that way we actually get to like the movement and the like. We're also gonna be using parameters, which essentially are the variables that your camera takes in and animates. So yeah, see y'all later. So it turns out there was also a tornado warning to go with the thunderstorms, so I'm gonna be offline for a bit. Probably. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but yeah. It's just gonna be a thunderstorm, hopefully. There's no way the universe would screw me over this badly, will it? I might need to take my anti-anxiety pills. Oh well. Here we are, in the eye of a storm. I can't see that tree because... Huh, did it stop blowing? You might be on the edge of the storm and just pass by. It's mainly the rain, but I'm not sure if the tornado will hit us, or if there even is a tornado. I think the worst has already come to pass. Can I check the map again? Yeah, if it's like, if the red area is like past the blue dot by 9, then I'm going upstairs. Alright, I'm going upstairs.